Hello there, this is Patricia from Pinky's World, and this week I'm making wee gifts to send out to my customers. As it's Christmas, I like to give a wee bit extra, just something nice, and this is one of the things. It's actually a wee bar of chocolates. Well, it's these here. They're called Flour and White Seldom. They're only low calories, so vegan friendly and no bad ingredients, and just all natural stuff. So I thought they'd make a lovely wee present. These two are caramel. You get them in loads of other flavours, and not that I'm advertising them, but if you like meringue, you will like these. This one's salted caramel, and there's lemon meringue, and I can't remember, raspberry something or other. There's loads of flavours in them, so you could pick your own. But I had bought a stack of them to send out, and I wanted to really make them up into a nice wee box. This is what I came up with. So the papers are very cute. These images, this is a sticker actually from the very cute Memories and More cards. And this is from the sparkling snowflake stamp and the lovely Native Navy sparkling ribbon. So I have made it so that it opens like this. You could go mad and decorate all these if you wanted, but I thought this was just enough. I've made a wee false band in here just to decorate up that bar rather than covering it in paper. I just thought that'd be good, easy to take out and no nonsense. So it's great for using up your scraps too, by the way, if you've any scraps left over in your Christmas papers and you want to get rid of them. The sentiment I punched with the rectangle stamp. Postage stamp punch or something you call it. I don't think it's available anymore, but have a look at your stamps or your punches and you'll see different ways to use them by part punching and stuff. So I just punched the end and then stamped and then fed it back in and punched the other end. So you can get a wee bit of use out of squishing bunny's ears. So that is it. We're going to make it. It's really easy and quick. As I had so many to do, I want to get through it quick. So you need I have a couple of pieces here, and I'm sure one of them isn't needed. The card itself is 8 1/4. I'm going to double check if this is the right piece I've lifted, because I seem to have a right bit of it there. Yeah, 8 1/4 by 4 1/2 it should be. Yep. And then the piece for the box, it needs to be 4 inches by 6 2/8. Now that's to fit my bar chocolate. You could bring that down and do it 4 by 6. Just depends on what you want to put inside your box. So these are the wee bits and pieces. You need about 18 inches of ribbon to tie it up. Your decoration either stamped or cut out. Actually, these were cut out of the papers. They weren't the stickers at all. They're actually cut out of the same paper pack. As you can see, when you turn it over, you'll get wee images of the snowman. This is the snowflake, as I say, out of the sparkling snowflakes, and a wee gem added. So what you need for your papers, you need 4 pieces in the blue and in the red. I did the red inside as I showed you there, and I did the blue on the outside. So for the red on the inside, you just need 2 pieces, 1 for either side, and then 2 for your long pieces. So they need to measure, the red ones are 1 7/8 wide for the bigger one by 4 2/8, and these are 7/8 wide by 4 2/8. So it's easy enough. The measurements will all be down and the link below from the blog. And then on the blues, you need 1 extra. Same measurements, only in the blue papers, and 1 extra for your back, so that it's not bare looking at the back. And you stamped your snowflake from that. So we're going to start. We'll do our scoring first and then we'll decorate. So get your scoreboard. So for the outside of the cover, again, I've made it to fit my bar chocolate. If you want to copy away, do. Otherwise, just adjust at this stage for your own wee measurements. Score at 2 inches, 3 1/8. I'm going to sneeze. 5 1/8, and then 6 2/8. Excuse me. And then your other wee piece, which measures 4 inches by 6 1/4, 6 2/8, just score every bit of it at 1 inch. So just spin it round and score on all your sides at 1 inch. And that's all your scoring done. So we shall make our wee box up first. So do your score lines, just give them a wee burnish. And then we're just going to do some cutting. So we're going to cut up this way, this way, this way, and this way. Just really quick up to the top of that first score line. Give it a wee tiny trim to tidy it up. And just do that on all 4. And I'll come straight back to you. So now we just want to build our box, which is pretty simple. A bit of glue on your 4. Fold them in and put your glue on all 4 corners. Oops. And then just build your box. Just get your corners nice and square. God, navy's hard to see, isn't it? In this light. Started off the lovely sunny morning, fresh and frosty and sunny, and now it's just dank, dark, wet and miserable. Typical Irish weather. So that is your box made, and hopefully your bar will fit right in there with no nonsense. So very good. Forgot to cut the wee bit for the crossway, but we'll do that later. So we'll let that sit there, and we're going to decorate our front piece and our back piece. So do your score lines. Everything folds in towards the middle, just like you're making a wee book cover, you know. I'm sure you've made these before. I'm covered in sparkly ribbon gold. So that's the way it will close up. And we're going to decorate it. Your box will sit in here, and we're going to put the red on the inside. And when you're cutting your papers, try and cut it so you get the design kind of matching. I'm hoping I have. I didn't do it so well on the other one, but I wanted to use scraps up. If you're not too bothered, don't be annoyed about it. So we're going to stick those 4 in place. This is the inside of the box. So you have the front decorated, the inside decorated, sorry. You're just going to gently flip it over. And this will be your back part. And you want to use your ruler and measure down to, with 4.5 inches here. So we want to go at 2 1/4. Just with a pencil, mark your 2 1/4, just to show you where the centre of that is to put your ribbon. You can eyeball it if you're confident. Go ahead, I've done it many a time like that. So we want a strip of double-sided glue. Don't go along here or here where your folds are, because your paper only comes out so far and you don't want the tape sticking out and showing, unless it's totally hidden by your, you can do the same here and here, but you don't need to bother with the 2 front pieces, and make sure you're not shifting anything at the back. And then just get your ribbon. I've used about 18 inches of ribbon. I'm going to find the center of it, and we're going to put that in the center of this card, like so, and across to here. Just press it on. Make sure you're happy if you're not shifted about. And then we're going to decorate our other wee bits. So you have your 5 pieces that you've cut. You have your ribbon attached. You want to stick these 3 pieces down, not these ones. Stick these down over the top of your ribbon, and just keep it all nice and straight. Doesn't matter, this is not matching. If you're like me, you're going to be using up scraps at this stage, and that's at the very back, so you're not going to notice it. It's not going to stick out like a sore thumb. But this goes right over the top of your ribbon, and if you want, put a wee extra bit of sticky tape or whatever to keep your ribbon in place. It's not that it's going to go anywhere, but just in case. Oops. And just get your wee pieces on over the top and give it a good press there. And this is the back piece. This will be the back of your box here. Oops. Bit of excess glue peeping out there. So you just need to make sure it takes to your ribbon. I did forget to put an extra piece of tape on there, so we'll do it here. Just went over the edges with the tape so that it picks it up properly. So for your other pieces, your ribbon will be out of your way and your pieces will go under the ribbon. Just make sure you've got that right, yeah. So I'm putting these two back and front under the ribbon, not on top of it, sorry. So the ribbon is going to be able to tie these two things together when we're finished. So I'm going to do that. So now we're decorated back and front. Everything's in place. So we need to attach our wee box now. And this is our box. I'm going to keep the bar inside it just so that it gives it a wee bit of weight. And I'm putting some of the Tombow on it, as well as some of my other glue so that I can move it about and make sure I've got it where I want it. Because sometimes I'm not the best at getting things straight. So it's a nice mix of glue there. So this is the inside. Make sure you have your inside sitting up, the one without the nice paper. Set it down and then lift your sides up. And then check top and bottom to see if you're at equal ways between the two. And then just press it down. And that should hopefully behave itself. So we'll want to do that wee bit on the inside while we're here. So if you get a scrap piece, what have I got here? About 2 inches. Just my width is 2 inches across, so I would need it about just under 3 inches maybe. I'm going to use this scrappy bit here. And about, I'd say, 3/4 of an inch wide. So you want it fitting across and a wee bit going down either side. And we'll just give it a wee crease. So I'm lining it up so it's at 2.5 this side and 4.5 at this side. So that's your centre. And you know it's 2 inches. So go in at the 4, go in at the 2, and just fold those wee areas, and that should slip inside and just sit, whoops, off camera there. If you fold those down like so, they should just slip in there, and that's what you want to sit. So that was about 3 inches, and scored at 1/2 inch at either side of it. And then I have stamped the lovely, the size of snowflake. I've put a gem in the middle, wee red gem to match this colour, and a wee bit of sticky tape or double-sided tape on the back. And I'm just going to use these parts here to keep them straight on the navy, and just stick it down, and just gives that wee decoration, but it's easy enough still to get your bar open. So we're going to close this up now and tie this. So you want to tie it good and tight so it's holding everything nicely in line. And then tie your bow. That is lovely ribbon, but it is a wee bit shreddy, or shady, I should say. Shreddy, I'm not sure. Pull yourself a nice tight bow, and then you can trim off your bits whenever you're happy with the way it's staying. Mine doesn't want to stay right. I might open that again in a minute, but we're going to decorate it. So I have one of the wee bears cut off the nice sheet of paper and a few dimensionals on the back. And we're just going to pop it down here. I'm going to use this blue line to keep me kind of straight. And then, as I said, I did that for you for the top. And again, we'll use one of the lines to keep us straight. Maybe here. So that is it, all decorated. So I have a few more of these to make. It wasn't too long, sure it wasn't, but I think they're very pretty. I'm going to have to fix my bow because it's all over the show. But all the measurements will be down below, and sure, use up all your stuff. You don't need to buy stuff at this time of the year. Use up what you have, all your Christmas stash, and get rid of it. And I'm sure you could find a bar. If you have a bar and you want to decorate it up for somebody, just measure the size of the bar and adjust these measurements accordingly. Usually an inch depth is good enough for any bar chocolate. But have a wee go at it, and I'll catch us all again soon. Bye.